29? 29?
Good morning. Baby boy is right there. He's a little mad at me because I didn't want to give him any more, emphasis on the more, treats. So I did get a new camera. I treated myself for my birthday, so that's why I'm not using a mic, because this one should have a better mic, but I guess we'll see once I edit. Today is Monday. Happy Monday the 31st. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a pretty rough couple of weeks, which is kind of why I posted my very silent ASMR vlog last week. All the talking bits that I had filmed for that specific vlog were just trash. I was just not in the mood, but now I'm better. I feel better talking, and so that's why we're here. Hi, hello. So basically this vlog is probably gonna be one of those recent vlogs or whatever, just because, like always, my room's a mess. I'm basically the cliche. I'm the example of your room reflects what's your mind type situation. Since again, I've mentioned that I've had a rough couple of days. My room's a mess. Luckily, and nothing's touching the floor. I should clear that out real quick. Luckily, all of that I need to clean is just basically piles of clothes that need to be hung. Nothing's touching the floor, so it's still clean. Everything is still fine. So I just need to do laundry, basically. Because today's Monday, I kind of want to see if I could just do all of that today so that I could focus the rest of my week on the stuff that I actually need to focus on, which is school and work. Yeah, so I had my January thesis meeting, and I have a very, very long to-do list for my next week, or for my next meeting, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a downer just because I felt like this last draft, or no, I guess I felt that with like the last task list that I was working on, and I could made a big deal out of it in my vlogs and everything, was going to be the last task. I could see where some of these issues came from though, because the most recent meeting that I had, I didn't work on any of those tasks well, because not only was it winter break, but also there was a family emergency that took up a lot of my mental space. And so when I turned it in for this meeting that just passed last week, yeah, definitely the criticism was valid. Basically, it made sense. So I'm a little upset, but it's not doable. But I low-key don't really want to focus on that this week. I have 20 days to work on it, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow when I'm done cleaning my room. Luckily for school, I'm very much in pace with everything. This week, we're actually going to start discussing Uncle Tom's Cabin. I haven't started reading it yet, but I do know that I have enough, I guess, free time. Since I'm not working on my thesis, I have enough time to just completely read read up until my class starts because we're not even discussing this tomorrow anyways. We might get to it a little bit, but we're mostly gonna start discussing it next week. So I'm hoping to basically finish it next week. It's 518 pages. So reading this in 14 days is doable. And yeah, when I was reading The Heroic Slave, I also was reading 2 books in between for funsies, but I think Uncle Tom's Cabin is gonna take up most of my time. But if I do manage to have a free time, I picked up my next for funsies book, and it's Near to the Wild Heart by Clarice Lispector. I feel bad because these books that I've been reading are one of my most recent purchases. They're also some of the shortest, and I feel like since I'm balancing between 2 books for class and everything like that, it is better to have a smaller book as opposed to 2 big books or something like that. And yeah, I wish I could have started this sooner, so that way I would have had a really big reading list done for the month of January. But again, because of my family issues, I just didn't have time to read anything other than school related stuff. So this book, today's the 29th. Yeah, I guess if I don't start this by Wednesday, it's most likely a February read. So there's that. I am basically going to finish my second cup of coffee, and then I'm going to start on cleaning my room. So I ran a couple of errands today, and I picked up Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. I had actually already heard of this book, and I saw that it was on sale at Walmart, so I took advantage of that. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, maybe soon, who knows? You can't put books in front of me and not expect me to not buy one, and expect me to not buy one. But I finally got my anxiety medication. Yes, it was my fault that it took me forever to finally fill up the prescription, but I finally got it. Your girl's medicated again, and I'm hoping that could help relieve this jaw pain that I have, because I've been stressed. I've been stressed. I have been just very stressed lately with everything that's been going on within my own family, and on top of that, just like the stress of school. It definitely hasn't been helping that I didn't have my anxiety medication, because yes, unfortunately, that's the one that I just haven't been able to refill. And also, unfortunately, my insurance doesn't technically cover it, but they did accept it because of my doctor and everything. But because it's not part of my original medication list or whatever, the price is going towards my deductible, which means that I'm basically paying the majority of what the medication costs, while my insurance only covers, well, my insurance only covers like, I don't even know the percentage, but it only covers 110 of it. So the shit's expensive, but unfortunately it's kind of worth it because it is very good for my anxiety. I don't know. It's just I was gonna treat myself to some coffee, but my errands kind of got interrupted because I had to help out my dad with some of his errands. So I just made some at home, like always. And honestly, I love my homemade coffee so much. It doesn't. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Happy birthday, that was my gift to you.
Thank you so much. But I like Hello, my friends. Today's Friday, so as you guys can see, I'm at the apartment taking care of my baby. Taking care of the girl. Hi, girl. Anyways, so I'm here. I got lazy to go get my tripod, so sorry if this footage is a little shaky, but yeah. Anyways, today is Friday and I am having issues with doing my homework. I am supposed to be reading Uncle Tom's Cabin, but I just can't. I just really don't want to read this book. It's my ADHD is stopping me. I just, you know, I did bring it with me in case I got the energy to actually pick it up and read it today while I'm at the apartment. Because I stay here all day to avoid the afternoon traffic. And I do get to hang out with my sisters once they come home from work and everything like that. So that's fun. But yes, I did bring Uncle Tom's Cabin to see if I could read a little bit because we're actually going to start discussing it later for our next class. But if I don't read it, and please don't be like me, do your reading assignments. But I also brought 2 books that I decided to pick up in between because I don't want Uncle Tom's Cabin to ruin my reading progress exactly how it got ruined before I was diagnosed, you know? People who are new here or whatever. Before I got diagnosed with ADHD, I loved reading, but I got so burnt out because of assigned readings that I stopped reading for a really long time. And that's what this channel is about, for me to pick up all the hobbies that I dropped. And, obviously reading's one of them. And I could just feel it. I could just feel the burnout. So it's really hard for me to read more than 1 book at a time, but I will try. I'm picking up Near to the Wild Heart by Clarice Lispector, and this is a really short book. I think it's less than 200 pages. Yeah, and it's supposed to flow like poetry in a sense, so it should be an easy read. This should be an easy read. And then, speaking of easy reads, I also picked up On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden. And this is a beautiful, beautiful graphic novel. So if Near to the Wild Heart doesn't help me balance out Uncle Tom's Cabin, this graphic novel should. If anything, I do want to get more graphic novels for this specific issue. I'm already one chapter into this and I'm hooked. It's been very interesting. It's really funny because when I bought it, I wasn't expecting it to be such a thick boy. Yeah, when I bought it, I wasn't expecting it to be such a thick boy, but she is, or it is. But the art is worth it and I'm interested to see where the story goes. So let's try not to get into a reading slump. It's another birthday present. They were on sale and I've been wanting these for such a long time and I only got them because they were on sale.